So next up we do have the OnePlus 5 and the Mi 6. I wanted to do a speed comparison here between these two. Very affordable, coming with dual camera, latest cutting edge specs, and everything you need really in terms of a flagship for Android. A little bit different in terms of software, but maybe, you know, the camera is better on the Mi 6 this year. That's what some reviewers have been saying. So we're just going to do a speed comparison in this video, see which one is the faster phone. Running Oxygen OS here versus MIUI 8, which does come on a little bit snappier on the left. We have closed everything down and like updated everything. This is 8 gigs of RAM as well for the OnePlus 5 versus 6 gigs of RAM. So let's go. And we want to see if we can see any perceivable difference here in terms of the speed. And this one looks like it's going to be another one of those identical. It's just completely identical, no difference whatsoever. Wow, that was literally like the same. Have we reached the stage where there's no difference between each phone? Maybe. Let's just try settings. Again, you know, I can't see a difference here. Let's try some third-party apps. We do have Pinterest, or maybe the OnePlus there, if we're going to be strict. I think we have Instagram as well. And again, so you can see I've logged in there, and the OnePlus 5 did just beat the Mi 6. But you can see for most things it's absolutely identical, which is pretty good. You know, if you're looking at the Mi 6 here, I think you can get it for a little bit cheaper overall in terms of the price. Again, you can see I think the game was a bit snappier on the left. We do have as well some where is the GTA. I've got a lot of apps on here, as you can see, making the most of that 128 gig storage, which is pretty nice. I think you get that as well in the Mi 6, as well as, you know, good amount of RAM. I think it's the high-end RAM as well, the DDR4X, so the latest cutting edge. What else do we have? What do we have? Got quite a lot of games on here to keep me company. Can't find the one I'm looking for though, which is a bit of a shame. We can just have a look at the speed test here of the Wi-Fi. Let's just see if we can get this up. I think I've got it already. There we go. So quick check here that everything's fair, as you can see. Start with the Mi 6. Brilliant performance here. I think they've definitely improved their flagship phone, this company from East Asia that nobody's ever heard of. I didn't really enjoy the Mi 5 that much because it was so slippy. Well, this one doesn't slip as much, so it is pretty nice. You can see the Wi-Fi comfortably dominating the OnePlus 5 in terms of the raw speed here, which is again, you know, very nice performance. We can just as well have a look at, did I open this game? I don't know. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I did want to open up a few games actually. to make the most of that hardware. I think for the apps opening, the OnePlus 5 is proving to be a little bit faster here on the games, if we're going to be honest. Maybe because the software is more stock, so that is good. Is this still loading? I don't know, but I have lost interest to find out. And what else do we have? SimCity. In terms of displays, you can see the AMOLED on the OnePlus 5 is a little bit more vibrant than what they use on the Mi 6, but the Mi 6 has a great display nevertheless. Full HD obviously, and that's all you need at the end of the day. So I'm going to give it to the OnePlus 5 when it comes to the I think apps opening. It only just pips the Mi 6, which was nearly identical. We're just going to open up a web page here. So you can see the load speed. And it looked like the Mi 6 there, a little bit snappier. Let's just click on this link. Now the OnePlus 5. So very good performance on both of them. Try Verge. OnePlus 5 again. And OnePlus 5 again. Or was that the ads? No. So I think OnePlus 5 is taking it here again. Very good performance for the web browsing. And finally, the multitasking, which I doubt there'll be any problem, to be honest, between these two. Or there could be some problem with the Mi 6 because it does have, a heavy skin here. But generally, I have found it seems to be quite good. I say generally because it can be very changeable with Xiaomi device. But the Mi 6, you can see here, is a beast generally when it comes to your multitasking. And Pinterest. So yeah, all the basic apps load fine. Let's try some of the heavier ones. Straight in there. GTA, straight in there. Blue screen of death. And real racing. Still loading here. I don't know what's going on there, but you can see it's kept its memory. Absolutely no problems on either of them when it comes to this. So I don't think it should be a deciding factor, if you're looking at these two. So the other thing obviously to talk about is the camera, which, as I said, does actually support optical image stabilization here on the Mi 6. So I think according to some reviewers I've seen online in comparisons, it's going to be a little bit better on the Mi 6 here, but I don't think the OnePlus 5 is going to be that far away. I think still got some powerful internals there, but the missing optical image stabilization I think is a little bit annoying on the OnePlus 5. You can see there's some nice modes here on both of them to make the most of the camera experience, which is pretty good. Obviously the OnePlus 5 does have full support for 4K etc, along with I think a front facing camera which is quite high resolution. So both of them are missing waterproofing, which I probably would like to see on a expensive phones like these, because they are quite still you know, expensive at the end of the day, but they don't have any protection against the elements. We do have a scrolling issue with the OnePlus 5, so that might annoy some people with you know, like eyesight, which is a bit sensitive, which you don't get that on the Mi 6. That's something else to consider here. So I think to summarize here, then you can see the Mi 6 easily keeps up with the OnePlus 5 in terms of the day-to-day performance. For those of you more interested in your camera kind of quality, I'd probably go for the Mi 6 overall. You know, it gives you you know, optical image stabilization, dual camera, bokeh effects, and all the good stuff. Whereas if you prefer your stock software and AMOLED display and the latest, you know, cutting edge amount of RAM, the OnePlus 5 is a great choice. Just be aware of the, you know, scrolling issues and audio issues that are being reported with the phone. You don't get that obviously with the Mi 6. So yeah, just a quick little video here. Hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.